Often with a lot of fondness. One thing I do like about class reunions, it's the one time that nobody can lie about their age. I know how old all of you are. We all know that we are all eligible for Social Security, which is a good thing. And Medicare is just around the corner. Many of us have already retired and found out that these are the best days of our lives, while some of you are still working, still plugging away, but are starting to think about cutting back their hours. Our children are mostly grown now, and instead of evenings spent running them to school or social events, sport practice, or helping with homework, we are now enjoying the same things through our role as grandparents. As we think about the 45 years that have passed since graduation, we find it hard to believe that time has slipped by so quickly. When we left the halls of Lower Dauphin in 1970, the average annual income was $9,400. Gas was 36 cents per gallon. A postage stamp was 6 cents. And our favorite car, the AMC Gremlin, sold for $1,879. The average home price in 1970 was a whopping $4,975. We remember such events as Apollo 13, the first Boeing 747 flight, the U.S. invasion of Cambodia, and anti-Vietnam War protests. 18-year-olds who were allowed to die for their country in war were finally given the right to vote. In music, Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin overdosed. The Beatles released Let It Be. The Jackson 5 belted out ABC, while Edwin Starr echoed the sentiment of the time in his song War. So here we are 45 years later, a good bit older, with a few gray hairs, some of us more than others, some don't have any, left too much. A little less athletic, but hopefully much wiser, gentler, and kinder as we have aged. We are happy that you made the decision to come and join us tonight and to renew old friendships and hopefully forge some new ones. I'd like to thank our committee members. A couple of people have said thank you to me. I'm not the committee. I'm one person. I just send out an email every 5 years and have been very blessed to have the same faces show up to help plan and carry out. So I'd like to make sure that I thank these people individually. Sherry Rupp-Eversole, raise your hand. Diane Olson, Dave Patrick, Tim Patrick, they must be twins. Carol Schaefer-Topper, Linda Gepfert-Walters, Deb Gilchrist-Weaver, and Jane Peck-Zellers. Send everybody around. If you haven't received each of the class members a directory, Deb Weaver put those together for us very nicely. Make sure that you take yours with you tonight. You also have name tags, please, or Linda Gepfert-Walters will come after you. Make sure that you leave your name tag in the basket where you signed in, so that we have them for our 50th. You'll see up here on our TV a really nice montage of photos from our years at Lower Dauphin. And I'd like to thank Tim Topper and John Dietz for putting that together and getting it together. Tim Patrick, what did I say? I'm sorry. Tim Patrick. You were sitting beside each other, but it was a trouble. But anyway, they did a great job. Tim's been taking pictures, I think, at every reunion, and John really worked with him to try to get this together. There is a little card on each of your tables that tells you how you can access the information or those slides through Facebook or what's the other thing called? Dropbox, okay. Tonight our entertainment is provided by DJ Flashback, Jorge, and Monica. We'd like to thank them. Catering is again provided by Rebecca Brody, Chef on the Go. Intermittently this evening we're going to be drawing names for door prizes, which are on the table underneath the TV, and you'll be able just to select which things you would like, what one thing you would like to take. But I'd like to thank everybody that brought those door prizes this evening. And we also have gift baskets. I'm going to ask Linda to explain how that will work. machine, yes, yes. And liposuction also.
We're going to keep I guess up till about 9:30. We're going to be selling tickets for the baskets, and it's six tickets for $5, or I think the wingspan for 20. And then you keep one ticket, and you put one ticket in the basket, or the little basket in front of the basket, the plastic one, of your choice, and then we'll do a drawing about 9:45-ish in that range. So throughout the evening, if you'd like to purchase one, will be around.
Baskets are beautiful. I'd like to thank everyone for donating those. Those are really nice. We also have 50/50 tickets that will be sold until around 9:30, quarter to 10. And I think Jane Zellers and Deb Weaver both are sort of selling those. Those are $1 a piece, or 6 for $5, or also the wingspan for 20. Is that what are you doing that? Okay. So see one of those ladies to get your tickets for the 50/50 drawing. I'd like to thank Dave Patrick, who provided a gift for each class member, the heat and cold pack, which was very nice. We appreciate that, Dave. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. The DJs are going to do music trivia throughout the evening also, so we thank them for that. And I'd like to thank Reverend Dave Landis, who all of you know. He's going to be doing our invocation, but prior to that, Linda is going to read the list of all of our class members who have passed on prior to.
Please remember these classmates of ours. We'll always keep them close in our hearts. Eugene Batts, Mary Bell, Leroy Brenneman, Dave Buck, Mark Calvin, Debbie Deal, Barry Diffenderfer, Donna Eisenhower, Randy Eschenauer, Larry Fackler, Brenda Fisher, Vicki Gessford, Gary Goodhart, Melody Hall, Sandy Helsel, Jim Huffer, Terry Coons, Jay Knopp, Jim Regal, Stephanie Rand, Pat Rode, Jeff Ryder, William Shear, Betty Schertzer, Sally Stahl, Jeff Stevens, Tim Topper, Ann Terrell, and Ken Optograph.
Before Dave blesses our meal and provides the invocation, just wanted to let you know that there is free beer over there, and there is soda and water and an ice bucket, so you can help yourself to that. All other drinks can be obtained through the cash bar at the Sunset Bar. After dinner, the DJ will be playing, and I just wanted to remind you that our committee is always welcome to add additional people. We would love to have additional people volunteer to give us some new ideas, particularly because our 50th is going to be another 5 years. So we'd like to do some special events, maybe make it a little different. We always sort of spend a lot of time deciding what time of year to have it. And Thanksgiving time seemed to be a good time for a lot of people because they come home. But we may be now in another generation where it's actually the opposite, where our children are coming home and we don't want to spend time away from them. So we'd like to hear any feedback that you have, but if you're willing to help plan in about another 4 years, please feel free to contact any of the committee members. I think that's it. Dave, if you would prepare. Oh, okay. Restrooms are around here in the corner, around the corner to the right, men and women's room. And immediately after Dave provides his prayer, we'll let his table go first, and we'll just circulate that way. Okay? Thank you.
45 years, wow. My wife's making fun of me. She's 5 years younger than me. So, anyhow, it's good to recognize some folks, and it's always good to be recognized. Huh? But, good to see everybody here tonight. I'm not known for my long prayers, so get right to the point. How's that? And be thankful. Father God, we thank you for this time. We thank you for the fellowship we have with one another here. We thank you for the friendships that have been formed over the years, and we just pray that we'll continue to be reminded of who our life comes from is from you. We thank you for this food, we sanctify it with our thanksgiving. In your Son, Jesus' name, amen.